Click go live. You gotta click it. Click it or ticket. Hey, there we are. We're live. Hello, everybody. This is the Best Damn Roast Battle podcast, period. My name is Chris Paw. I'm here with my co-host, Jeremy Shear.
That's me.
I mean, local legend and radio personality, Jeremy Shear.
That is also me.
We can't edit on the fly. I'm an idiot. I don't know how to run this. All right. And we're here with the new Ad Hominem Attack Show champion, Pope.
What's up, y'all? We doing? Excited to be here.
Pope won the tournament this past weekend,
Yeah,
and then
man.
immediately left the country for a few days.
Yeah, I played my victory lap early. I knew I had it in the bag, so I went to the DR and had a little bit too much fun. I slept the whole time. I'm capping, but it was cool, man. I'm so thankful to have this championship on me. It looked good on me too. I feel it.
Who all? Okay, so we had the Final Four. We talked about this last week. Most of us predicted Pope, and
Except for me.
Yeah, you had Kevin,
for
right?
you had,
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
but you had him as a dark horse.
Yeah, I had him as like nobody was gonna take him, and I was right. But he and Logan had a really good battle. It's just sudden death killed him, which has saved him on several battles.
Yeah.
So it was.
That's why when my battle with Kevin Lyson went to sudden death, I was like, "Oh, it's over." Like I thought it was over. I thought it was his.
Sudden death is a tricky bitch.
Yeah, for real.
It's tough because you never know. You don't want to save any really good. You want to use all the best jokes in your battle.
Yeah.
But you gotta have something left.
But
And
sometimes
it's gotta be good too.
You got that one joke that's like in the tuck that you didn't know was going to be a banger until you said it. You're just like, I could have used that for my original 5. I wouldn't even have to be here for this sudden death.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that's true too. You never know which ones. Sometimes they just
Yeah.
fucking hit harder.
So like when you writing for a roast battle, like how do you know like this is the 5 you want to go with?
I don't. I usually have like 8 or 10 that I want to do, and then whichever ones I don't like forget in a panic are the ones that just I'll have a plan, and like this is for stand up too. Like it never goes how I planned it to before I went up.
Okay.
But having a plan makes me feel better. So if I then if you end up I get with stand up more, I'm still figuring it out with roast battle, but like you can't riff with it roast battle as much as you can stand up, but
correct.
That's fair. Yeah. I feel like people put a lot of pressure in the roast battle. I mean, it is a joke writing competition, but like the fun back and forth and like leaning into a joke or just like a quick wisecrack, that freedom to do so does live there. So I mean, it definitely exists more in stand up, but I like the comfortability of like being able to do that in roast battle though.
Yeah, and I think the judges that watch all the battles, one of the things that they like about us is when we lean into that and we get real comfortable with each other, and it feels like it's off the cuff.
Yeah, because you hate when a battle too robotic.
Yeah.
It's just like you start, I finish, and then I start, and then I finish, and it's like, all right, bro, like, can we have some fun in here?
Mm-hmm.
yeah, Chicago's big on that. They have very a lot of the big back and forth Chicago style. They put the sauce on top of the battle.
Yeah. That was good as fuck. Hey, you like deep dish pizza?
It's pretty good.
I enjoy it, but there used to be a Pizzeria Uno by my house when I was a kid, so I got overexposed to deep dish pizza.
Yeah. Where you from again?
I grew up in Shaker Heights, then Pepper Pike over on the east side.
Yeah.
So I had money, and then I had mental illness and addiction.
Okay. So you got more money now? Is that what you said?
Oh, if only.
Oh, I heard you was a billionaire with that combo going on.
No, now he can't even afford the drug addiction. It's just the mental illness.
Yeah.
He could afford a tattoo on his ass. He got up real quick, and I saw it. It was wild.
I drew it.
What is that?
It's a butt with a butt-shaped tattoo on it on my butt.
Yo, get you a friend you could do cutesy patootsy shit with. That's crazy.
Yeah, he did that in his bedroom.
A
was some
tattoo
sick
gun
bad. I
from
love that.
Amazon.
What year was this?
It was a bad one.
Yeah.
I was on all the drugs.
So yesterday?
No, I've been pretty good for about a year.
Okay, good. Congratulations, man.
Yeah, it wasn't like a thing. I was doing acid like twice a week for like a year
That's a lot.
or 2 years,
Yeah, you might.
and then
okay.
other stuff in there too. And yeah, sorry, I didn't know I was being like that.
Dog, I'm glad you're in a better place now.
Me
Yeah.
too.
Shut up.
No more tattoos on your ass.
No, there will be more tattoos on my ass.
What you want to get next?
I'm not. I was trying to learn tattooing. It wasn't
Yeah.
just we were just like, hey,
I just
what
thought
if
y'all was
I
fucking around.
draw on your butt?
A
No,
couple teen boys.
I was trying
No.
to learn tattooing, but I didn't. It was. I paid thousands of dollars to fix what I fucked up.
Yeah. I like your sleeve though. I always wanted to tell you that.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Roast battle.
Oh yeah, we got off the topic. Oh, by the way, I never had a deep dish pizza.
Never.
Never.
Huh.
I think the inner New York in me just refuses to even order one if I see one on the menu.
I did when I went to Chicago last year. We did all the Brandon Petrie and I went up for roast
Yeah, I
battle,
saw that.
and I ate shit in Chicago.
I wasn't gonna mention it, but since
it was
we're here,
bad. Yeah, it was real bad. Yeah, I just got fucking I got overwhelmed with
Mhm.
we got there like 3 hours, 4 hours before the show,
yeah.
and I just like taking in that much city all
Yeah.
at once, and how the difference in like where we were coming from as a bar show for the last couple of years and seeing like how they run it in a club
Yeah.
was like very daunting and shit at the time.
I can only imagine.
But that bombing at that battle, like I was on a winning like a 7 or 8 battle winning streak
I
after
think you
that.
had kicked my ass before that too. Or was that after that?
It
You
was
smoked?
probably after, 'cause
Yeah.
after that I was like, oh fuck, I don't like doing that.
Yeah.
I don't like bombing.
Yeah. Yo,
I have
bomb will
a,
really reset your whole like repertoire of what you what you about to do from now on.
Well,
Like, one good
especially you go to another city and bomb is the
Yeah.
worst. It's just fucking like you drove that far to
Yeah.
eat
But
shit.
do you also think when you go to another city to perform that your hopes be like a little too high?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely have like the image of your head of like just crushing and everybody
Yeah.
carries you out on their shoulders.
Yes, that shit. I feel like people be like, oh man, I'm tired of performing where I'm at right now because people all have already heard my shit and they're tired of it.
Yeah.
And then they go out of town and it was like, oh no, this shit just not funny. Oh, I'm trash.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah.
You see people start leaving town more and then they quit.
Yeah.
I've
It's a
seen that a
hard
bunch of times
realization.
over the years.
Yeah, it's so weird because you can have where they leave town and then they have that moment where it's like, oh, I don't have it, but then somebody that you thought was never going to make it is on TV in 2 years.
Yeah.
You never know.
Nah, yeah, you can't call it. It's
Mm-mm.
all a personal thing, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
There's only so many people you know that are on TV now, so
That's true.
you kind of gave that away.
Well, I mean,
Telemundo.
they're on two. I do know somebody that was on Telemundo.
Yeah,
What was her name?
It was him actually.
Okay.
Mike Polk Jr. did his 1 semester of Spanish love song
Word.
and serenaded Kim Kardashian with it on Telemundo.
Was she on the she was on the show?
She was on the show. I don't know why they did it. It made no sense, but
Sounds cool though. I
Yeah.
never met Mike Polk Jr. either.
well, eventually you're getting into hilarities, I'm assuming, so you'll meet him.
Oh, that's nice of you. That's nice of you to assume. I don't know where I'm going.
Hmm.
I'm just enjoying the ride.
Why not?
I think we trailed off there.
I just like the vibe. We vibing right now.
Yeah.
Where's Charlie Wilson at? I heard a lot about Charlie Wilson being in the chat. He in the chat?
Is Charlie Wilson's not back this week? No.
Man.
I have I put it out that we're live. We'll see who comes into the chat.
Yo, Charlie, pull up, son.
Yeah,
I know you
we,
can't hear me till you get in here, but just know I send my love.
I think most of the people that see this one are gonna be watching it as a video later.
Sick.
We don't have many people in the live chat right now.
We needed that hot piece of ass Tabitha Jones in here.
Yeah, Pussy Jones really brings them into the chat.
I love how
true.
like y'all call her Pussy Jones, and the kids in my generation would be calling her Comedy Jones. That's a different.
It's Pussy Jones came from Marlon Fears, who he was a special needs gentleman who did comedy for a couple of years.
Marlon's awesome.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Office Space?
The guy with the, yeah. Is
You-
he like the
you
guy
know-
with the stapler?
No, he's like the guy that is selling magazines door to door.
No, I don't know.
That's like what is he?
That was Orlando Jones. He was selling.
He was playing like a guy that was like a crack baby all grown up.
Yeah, but Marlon was.
Hello,
that's-
sir. I'm selling magazines door to door.
I remember that shit. I gotta watch that shit again. But that's the one with the guy with the stapler, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll tap back in. I'll write a book report about it.
Due next week.
At any rate,
Wait, I'm coming back next week. Sick. Let's run it back.
I the first time I saw, I thought the guy was doing a bit, but
Yeah.
no, that was really him.
That was really his vibe.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
But yeah,
Don't you hate when you find out like, oh, that's really a person? You just thought he was good at his job.
yeah. Like people, when a comic is a psychopath on stage,
Yeah.
and then they're surprisingly a psychopath off stage
So,
too.
oh, this carries over. That's crazy.
Yeah, there's just people that don't they have an act, but they are that. It's just their
Yeah.
that's just who they are.
Nah, for real.
It's probably a good thing, but it's a double-edged sword.
No, it definitely is.
It's weird because over the years, the people that I have had the most problems with are not the psychos on stage people. It's the, oh no, I have everything together, and then it turns out they're creeps.
Oh yeah, it cuts the other way too. There's always like like clean comics are some of the worst people in the world. I mean, Cosby. Yeah.
Well,
No
it's not-
swear words.
Well, Vince Champ,
Yeah,
that's the big one.
Oh yeah, the serial killer guy.
Well, he's serial rapist. He was a college comic, so I mean, you have to be relatively clean to work that circuit because you can't offend the tender little minds of college students.
Yeah. Wasn't there was also a serial killer comedian that they like
Wasn't it that one guy from Kill Tony or something?
no, there was some guy that did something. I don't know what that is, but there was something with a Kill Tony guy that had been on there.
But there was an actual serial killer guy?
Yeah, there was a guy that they caught 'cause he was like there were dead people in like all these different cities, and he had been on tour and like had
Get the
been to
fuck
all of
outta
them.
here.
It was. I thought it was the Vince Champ story, but
I thought
it's very
Vince Champ was a
similar.
rapist. Who knows? Maybe he's a murderer and a rapist.
I mean, aspire to.
Hey, no shout out to Vince Champ. No shout out to you, sicko.
None.
At any rate, yeah, there's all kinds of fucking weirdos that do comedy.
Yeah. A lot of people that I miss that were not as weird as they let on, but they have moved on to other things for various reasons.
I ain't gonna lie, Angelo Manage, when he be on stage, like the first time I saw him, I was like, this man is unhinged. I know he's crazy as hell, and I had to prep myself to talk to him after. Boy, he's the coolest man of all time, bro. He is not half of the person that he is on stage. But he is funny as hell on Instagram. Angelo Manage, shout out to you.
He also writes books and plays and stuff, doesn't he?
Yeah, and I think he do graphic design. Bro, he's a multifaceted human being,
Mm.
and I love that for him.
Yeah, you'd be. Some people are able to get into that character. and
Yeah.
that's excellent.
We lost 50% of the viewers.
Damn, how?
There were only 2.
Oh, damn.
I think one of them
Uh,
was me. So
I didn't. We don't do a big push on the being live part. We're just
Okay.
kind of recording it live, I
Yeah.
guess, more than anything.
I just think it's cool that I'm cool enough to hang out with y'all.
Yeah. Well, so the tournament, the final four part is the toughest part because you have to write for more than one person.
Yeah, bro.
'Cause you do what was the order?
Well, it was first it was Pope and Petrie, and then we had Logan and Kevin,
Right.
and then we had Logan and Petrie, and then the championship match, which was Pope and Kevin.
Yeah, and those were all very good battles.
They were
Yeah,
very
I
fun,
thought
very
they were.
fun battles.
Yeah.
The thing about psychologically, I think that's the first time I used that word. I think like what fucked my head up a little bit of course you're trying to prepare for three people, of course, right?
Yeah.
But then when you go second in me and Petrie situation, after knowing one of them already won, you can't even mentally wrap your mind around the person in front of you, because now you're kind of in your head thinking about the person that you already know you have to face next.
Oh yeah, 'cause you saw the battle. Who won the battle before
I already
yours?
I know it's Kevin Eliason. So now while I'm stepping in front of Petrie, I'm like, do I use this for Petrie or do I save this for Kevin? Or not even
Oh,
that. It's
yeah.
the fact that like
Which
I
of
already know
these-
Kevin's next.
Yeah, which of these bland white dudes do I use this joke
Yeah.
for?
I had, bro. Full transparency. A lot of the jokes that I used on Kevin for the championship round were jokes that I had prepared for Logan.
Okay.
So, but now it's like I got these Frankenstein jokes that could work for these bland ass white, like these bland ass. I felt some type of way. Here's my problem, right? There's only one of me. You get what I'm saying? There was only one person that looked like me in the roast battle. So I'm like, damn, they all about to come with like some crazy ass, like some dope jokes that are crazy. I was tight. I was like, yo, they about to smoke my goofy ass. But then I pulled it out the hat. But I was nervous, bro. I was like, they about to come with some like crazy like Afro Thunder jokes. I knew they was cooking.
There was no Afro Thunder jokes that came out.
Close.
The race jokes in this have to be very clever to work, though. I feel like it. Brandon had a battle where I think it was his battle with you, where he did something racist in the first joke, and the crowd turned against him.
Yeah.
And the rest of his stuff was like not that different from the first one.
So what happened with Petrie battle is something that happened with his battle with Dave Herron, where Dave Herron just jumped into the topic of Brandon having scoliosis without prepping the crowd that he has scoliosis.
Yeah.
So what
the
Petrie
setup.
did is he just jumped into the idea that my dad's in jail because I'm black, without prepping that like, no, my dad was actually in jail because he's a criminal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it came off like a very generic
Yeah.
race joke.
Exactly.
Yeah, without having set it up.
Yeah.
I talked to him about it yesterday, and he was like, "Yeah, that was a rebuttal I had set up for something else, and my brain just said those words first."
Yeah.
And it he's like, "No, yeah, they hated me after that."
Yeah.
It's
But-
happened to him before. He had the battle that's I think Rebecca Jaffe from Chicago.
Yeah.
He went hard on the Holocaust jokes, and for some reason that turned the crowd, which you wouldn't think that would happen in Cuyahoga Falls.
It's rare for Brandon to battle someone that is the baby face in the battle. Like Rebecca was more, I think people wanted to like her more than Brandon in that particular battle. And so yeah, once he was I think she's a tough person to battle 'cause she, like, one of her jokes was like that he looked like a vampire that lives off of strawberry milk instead of blood. And
That's funny. I don't go fuck.
yeah, it's so good, but it's so like whimsical.
Yeah.
And then when he's responding to that with like, yeah, well, your grandparents were in the Holocaust, it's like, whoa, buddy.
Yo.
It's a little
Complete
overkill.
left field. And that's another thing with roast battles, like an energy thing. Where it's just like, I'm being fun and you being mean. Like,
Yeah.
it's just not gonna work out.
Yeah, your styles have to kind of complement each other.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
talking in the chat?
Yeah, a little bit.
Crown 2 popes in a week.
Type shit. Type shit. Midwest is big on the popes.
Yeah.
That's what we got going on.
Do you guys miss me? I think that's Tabitha in the chat.
Tab Daddy, I miss you, sweetheart. I love you, Pookie.
Says, do you guys miss me? I don't, unless it's Kyle. I don't think Kyle would.
I bet you it's Sam LaTourette.
Oh, you think so? Tap Dancing Rats is the screen name.
Tap Dancing Rats.
Well, that could be anybody.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many people that love rats here. In
I
Cleveland.
think this is a Pussy Jones burner account.
Type shit.
Yeah. This is the one she watches all her Real Housewives bullshit on.
Yo, I swear to God, if I find out Comedy Jones is out here watching Real Housewives, I'll never forgive her.
No, she watches other reality television, but not Real
Yo,
Housewives.
expose her. What she be watching, son?
She's watching The Traitors.
The fuck is The Traitors?
The Traitors is a reality program that I believe originated in the UK, where celebrities all get in a house and several of them are murderers, and then the rest of the cast has to figure out who the traitors / murderers are.
It's a murder mystery weekend that they're filming.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
They got too much free time in the UK.
That's pretty gay. That's
I watched one episode because one of my best friends is a reality show junkie, and it's not horrible.
So reality. You're how old are you, Pope?
27.
27. What is reality? What do you like? What is reality TV to you?
It's like just whatever my mom used to grow up watching. So I got like the early shit like Flavor of Love.
Okay.
I Love New York.
So like 2000s
Yeah.
MTV.
And then like once like Love and Hip Hop came around, I was not really a fan. I didn't watch that. So that,
Okay.
yeah. So if you say reality
So
TV,
I
I'm
guess
thinking
it
Flavor
hasn't
Love.
changed that much because the 90s was like pretty lousy with MTV reality
Yeah,
shows too.
you had like Real World and shit.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So MTV's kind of
Reality
still
TV
doing the
sucks
same thing.
ass, but like still making bread, I guess.
It's
Big Brother, my mom loved Big Brother.
yeah. Julia Mary is a huge Big Brother fan, and when the show is on,
She
her-
has cable.
apparently
That's
she
crazy.
just has cable for Big Brother, because when it's on, that's all her Twitter account is, and it's annoying to follow her. But then one of my best friends is also really into Big Brother, so I know what she's talking about, thanks
Yeah.
to Julia. So
Yeah.
it works out.
One person pisses you off, the other one you're bonding.
Yeah, she's pissing me off to help me bond with my other friends.
That's
so
fire.
it makes sense.
I love family dynamics.
You got a weird thing going on, man.
That's just Jeremy.
Everything about me is weird.
Yeah, you got a
it's-
bunch of weird symbiotic shit.
we have well, I've got my
mental-
synergy drink. so
Mentally ill community.
Wait, which flavor is that?
this is energy. This is pretty much the only thing I drink, and everybody else hates it.
I didn't even know Arizona had an energy drink.
They run out everywhere
Word?
because there's me, and then there are like 2 other people in the
No.
neighborhood
No.
that buy these.
They don't run out everywhere. They make like 4 a month, and him and some other mentally ill dude in this area drinks all of them.
Yeah, it's like 2 crackheads and then one dude who's like the first person in the 100 Men versus the one group. Just downing them bitches.
Mm.
And y'all all meet in the same parking
Yeah.
lot to talk about life.
No one, like 3 people drink them, but they buy all of them.
Yeah, because it's rare to actually find them. So when you
These
do
things,
find
when you try to get in his car, these cans just fall out.
Oh, you one of them.
Yeah.
yeah, well, I don't throw my cans out the window. I just wait until I collect a pile and then I empty.
You ever
it
heard
out.
of a trash can?
Yeah,
I'm
there's
like-
one at the gas
Yeah.
station. I
I
use
mean,
it.
and not just living in one.
No,
You
I
should
love
you should
trash.
prep by putting a trash can when you clean out the next time. Put a trash bag just in that seat, so you can
Mhm.
just throw it in there and just wrap it up. Boom. I'm using Logic.
you are using Logic.
You should drive a Tesla.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
I don't know about that.
Is that my
They're
Bessie and a
like
Tessie?
dumpsters.
Go, boy.
I don't think my commie block has plugs for Teslas.
Your what?
My commie block.
What the fuck is that?
What are you talking about?
It's an apartment building. It looks like, an Eastern European commie block.
Saying the word in the definition doesn't really.
Like the drab gray square.
His apartment building. He's calling it a commie block. Like a block of a like a BLOC block.
All right.
Yeah. Tabitha says, "I can't believe you're all talking about the traders without me." Well, that's what you get for getting booked, Tabitha.
She making money off this comedy shit. Rookie.
Yeah, that's gay.
You have to do it for the art and art alone.
Type shit.
At any rate, I'm not getting a Tesla.
You don't want a swastika?
No, I do not want a swastika.
Yeah. So what's your first title defense is gonna be against Dave Herron?
Yeah. I think I was supposed to battle him once before or some shit, but I'm excited for it.
It's a funny stop show, which have been really good.
I've never been to a funny stop at all.
Really?
Yeah, so it's my first time.
Nice.
This is Akron, right?
Cuyahoga Falls, Akron, same thing, basically.
Yeah.
I heard the room is hot. I'm excited to be out there. Definitely excited to just be champ in a comedy club. That's gonna be wild.
Yeah, they're a really good crowd.
Yeah.
They love roast battle down there. We've been having really good shows for Funny Stop.
Even before we started doing it regularly, when we were doing the Rubber City Comedy Festival show there last year was really hot.
Okay.
That was when Tabitha beat the Chicago champ.
Oh yeah, Max, right?
Yeah, Max Sorich.
He's still
Yeah,
champ?
I forgot we did one down there last year.
Yep.
Max still champ over there?
I don't think he's champ anymore. I think he's moved on to co-produce the show.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
I think he's the man now.
Yeah.
Yeah, those have been really good. I forgot we did that one last year. That was a good one too.
Yeah.
We're working on other stuff, but yeah, it should be a fun show. I'm gonna battle Tabitha.
Okay. How many times have y'all battled?
I think this will only really be like the third
Okay.
time in like 8 years.
Okay.
8-9 years. No,
Sounds
she
about right.
was doing the show the first year, so
Yeah.
nearly 10 years.
Her first
Three,
battle was
so-
against me in August of 2016.
We remember.
Yeah, y'all mentioned it on the last episode. I was watching.
Yeah, people watch this. That's crazy to me. I mean, thank you. It's awesome, but yeah, me and Tab, I don't have the whole lineup. Actually, we can go over that lineup real
Yeah.
quick.
I know. I am battling John Brown, which that's going to be tough because, I just did a fat guy battle against Kyle.
That was a good battle. You was on fire that night, son.
Thank you.
You was on
You
fire.
and you and Kyle had a very good battle. At
We've
the,
had-
we had to fill in time to give them time to kind of prepare for the next round. So
It's not like we asked for more time. It was just how it go.
Yeah, we had a battle lined up, but one of our performers got sick, so we did a fill-in, and I love fill-in battles. I've done a bunch of them.
last minute,
Yeah,
kind of just cramming and in a panic.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, the one I did a 3-round battle against Alexa Irizarry in Pittsburgh on like no notice. Like her opponent dropped out, and the guy running it was just gonna let her go up and do her jokes. And I was like, "That's dumb. Let me fill in." And
I happen to have 25 trans jokes in my pocket.
And they're all interchangeable.
well, it was the crowd did not like the trans jokes at all. That was like
You said this was in Pittsburgh?
What
Yeah.
are you supposed to do though? If that's you know what I mean? Like
Talk about her character.
well, I
You
mean,
gotta-
there's a lot to talk about with Alexa's character, but I figured that they would go with the more surface stuff. But you know, also like last minute trans jokes were probably a bad idea.
Oh yeah, you gotta at least
Yeah.
prepare that a little
'Cause,
bit.
The best one I wrote was against Monica, and that I had more time for.
How'd that joke go?
Monica was late getting here tonight because she won't drive in the left lane because that's the passing lane.
That's good.
It's
You had to be there.
yeah.
That's pretty alright.
Yeah, John Brown and Jeremy Shear.
That's another thing. Not to cut you, I'm so sorry. It's we all roast so differently, especially in that finals, where it feels like I always think back to the unsanctioned battle between me and CJ Stahl from like when I first started, and it was like no one could count the jokes because it was just like we was just snapping on each other.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we were just going
That was
back
insane.
and forth, just snap. And like, mind you, that's the first time we met. That was just auntie and nephew shit, just going back and forth. That was the first time we met. So then, like, when I do these battles with y'all, it kind of messed up my mind a little bit because I realized like the idea of a pen in this was like so crucial because y'all be barring up, like y'all be saying something like I remember my battle with Justin Palco, my first one. I said some shit I would never say on a regular day basis. It was like Justin's the villain of his family, so when his sister stabbed him, she became the heroine. Because he's also a drug addict. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I would have never bought up like that if it wasn't for like entering y'all world. It would just be more some shit like I saw Pants the other day and I was like, bro, you look like a sweet potato. I don't even know why I said that to him. Like, that's just,
He does look like a sweet potato.
you know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, that's how we just roast. I remember I was talking to Cam. Cam was like, I don't think people can get away with like you look like jokes. I was like, that's all black roasting is. It's like you look like this, you are this, you smell like it's just.
And you can.
It's not like once you like, and if you look at the like other cities and stuff too, roast battle is first of all, it's one of the most inclusive things there is in comedy.
Yeah.
It's everybody
ragging on everybody. Everybody on
There's-
equal playing field on this one.
Yeah, most cities are like going out of their way to book diversely, and it's not because they're woke, it's because it's more interesting.
Yeah.
And than having like a bunch of the same type of people roast
Yeah.
each other. You have to try to mix it up. We don't have you work with what you got in some places, but and then second, like there's just tropes. Like there are like you look like jokes or hey, well if you're here then who's doing X?
Yeah.
There's a lot of that shit, but that's the style of jokes that like that's what it's built on.
Yeah.
And so it's not like people can diminish that if they want to or not, but you still have to do clever shit within that.
Yeah.
It's like horror movies. There's only like 5 things that happen in every fucking horror movie, but you
Yeah.
still have 1,000 good ones out there that are like fun to watch because
Yeah.
it's what you do with the tropes and like how you dress those up that makes like everything.
Yeah.
I mean, everything has a formula from like movie scripts to a season of a TV show.
Yeah.
So it's just that on a smaller circuit, and so you look like jokes will work till the end of time.
Yeah.
It's
I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing to do them either because so many people are showing up to this. Like roasting used to be, it was you and your friends.
Yeah.
And then the
Lunch
the people that showed up to the roast knew the people on the roast.
Mm-hmm.
But with roast battle, it's just people that like mean jokes. So they'll show up not knowing anybody.
Yeah.
So those you look like jokes, like that's surface shit that they can process immediately.
Exactly.
So that's going to still work. And there are people that do very well in the league that really lean hard on the look like jokes, like AJ from Chicago, who did that John Brown you look like joke.
That was good.
yeah.
Yeah, I think that's why I'm glad I'm like in this roast battle circuit because like I said, y'all changed how like I would approach a battle. like completely. And yeah, it's cool. It's cool to become like more of a diverse writer or a diverse performer by just being in a certain space. So I'm thankful for that. And also like me holding this belt right now is like putting a lot of like eyes, I feel like, on it, or I'm
Yeah.
trying to get more eyes on it because now there's people who like never fathom or could see themselves doing it, like are talking to me like, nigga, I will smoke you, and I'm like, then come do it, come get this belt off me.
Yeah, no, we're open to like we
Yeah.
want everybody to want to do it. It's just we have to have people have to ask because
Yeah.
Yeah.
we don't know.
It can't just be some regular
Um,
Joe off the street. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean,
No.
you got to be an active comic, but
Yeah.
that's really the only limit that we put on it because I mean, unless you're somebody that like obviously like fuck you Marty Drexler, you're never doing our show. There's people
Fuck
that
is
don't
Marty Drexler?
that I just caused myself 6 more months of problems by doing that.
Oh,
But
Yeah, you
shit.
did. It's
Um,
Chris Clem's gonna get in the chat and explain who Marty Drexler is. So
yeah, just look at the chat.
Mhm.
Just some asshole comic.
I
But
don't know you, bro, to have beef with you, but
my point is we want new people to want to do it. Like we want everybody to want to do it, and
and y'all embraced me so quickly when I came into this shit, so I'm thankful for that as well.
hell yeah.
So if you want to do it, come. Like, there's a lot of love here.
Mhm.
We spew a lot of hate, obviously, towards each other's directions, but outside of it, it's all love. It's good people over here.
Dude, I don't want to get into it, but I posted something on my like Instagram story the other day that was kind of a personal situation that was a little fucked up. And the all of the people that reached out to me like to be encouraging and shit were roast battle people from other cities.
Yeah.
Like they're the meanest, like the insult comics are the nicest fucking people in the world.
Hell yeah.
Mhm.
It's crazy. It was like a good handful of different people from different cities that I know through roast battle and stuff.
It's been a treat really to meet all these people. We're kindred spirits and more than just they like mean jokes. And we've been lucky here in Cleveland to get some really cool people that are now regulars from other cities, like Scriva and Skippy Rose. And
You just named two fucking dogs, bro.
Mhm.
Skippy, I saw her battle. I don't know what's his name. Michael Scott,
yeah,
Matthew Scott.
Matthew Scott. That's it. Yeah,
Pago the Weasel. I don't know what that nigga name is.
he
But,
used to go by Matthew Schmidt.
What?
I don't know.
Whatever. But Skippy, bro, the way she annihilated that man, and she had a very good battle with Elliot Jarus.
Yeah,
Yeah, so she's a dog. Scriva, you know my body, bro. I'll rock with you for a long way. I can't wait to battle you one day. I can't wait to battle everybody one day.
yeah. It gets exciting. Like I love the fact that there are still people that I'm excited to get to battle.
Yeah.
Like even John Brown, as much as I'm dreading having to redo another fat battle, I'm still excited to battle him because like he's good.
Yeah.
And so like the jokes, I like the jokes about me as much as I like telling the jokes if they're good.
Hey, you know what we should do? We should go around and name like one person that we want to battle, and then we should each name for that person, like Chris Paul, like who we want you to battle one day.
Okay.
Okay. It's tough because I've battled everybody I wanted to. I want to battle you again
Yeah, let's do
because
that.
we had a bad night at the old room.
And we had good jokes.
And those jokes were good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I want to do that one again. I would I would I want to see Armstrong battle more.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking of people I want to see more in general.
So you
but
would battle Armstrong? Would you do that?
yeah, I would battle. Yeah, I would battle John.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited to battle Tabitha again.
Yeah.
I think that'll be a fun one. Trying to think of who I want to. I've seen Jeremy battle so many fucking people. We did a show when Jeremy moved away at one point that where Jeremy battled like 8 or 10 comics in a row.
15.
15. Instead of a going away roast, we had him run a gauntlet of just battling one person after another.
How many jokes each?
5.
The fuck out of here, son.
I love writing
100.
these jokes. Like, my process for this is I take everything else off the docket for the day and write day of.
Yeah.
And it's just volume.
No way you wrote 75 jokes day of.
Yeah, I wrote 75 jokes day of.
Get the fuck out of here. That's crazy, son.
It was the problem is I'm changing my process now because the pressure from the league is we don't want you using notes. So like for years I used my phone.
Yeah.
And then they said don't use phones. So like all right, I switched to cards and the pad. Like, well, we don't like it when you can read them. So now I've had to completely change how I do it. And in order to
It's not necessarily the league. It's like you'll see it in the comments. Like people, like there are other people in the league that have that opinion that are like, oh, you're good at reading jokes. Like that, they'll comment. It's as much as like I was saying, like there's so many really nice people.
Yeah.
There's some of the hardcore. Like
I think you said the comedians
fans
themselves
and
are nice.
stuff are
Yeah.
kind
Fans are
of
cutthroat. It sound like.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. It's a tough comment section.
I've
But-
definitely had some like you're reading your jokes comments over the years, but that's just been like how I've done it.
Yeah,
I mean, like, you know, when even before I was doing battles, I was running roasts, and you have to have notes for roasts because you don't know if somebody's going to do the same joke as you.
yeah. And there's like 8 people
Mhm.
on the dais or whatever. I got one. I would like to see you and Elliot battle again. Now that it's
Yeah.
been a year of more experience.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely am ready to battle Elliot again. He just needed it more than I did back then, but now I got something to really. I don't really want to lose no more. I want to see you battle Elliot. That's the one I was gonna say.
Me?
Yeah,
Maybe.
and Sheer, I want to see you battle Dejan France.
Oh man.
Y'all got some underlying beef, and I hang out with that boy every day of my life. I don't know what he got going on with you, but y'all gotta get it out. Y'all gotta squabble.
I don't know if I want to squabble. I just
I when I saw the video back, and actually, is that today's?
yeah,
That-
it's going
that-
on. It's going live at 8.
Yeah, you can
actually
watch
see it.
that at 8 and see what happened. But I watching it back, it didn't seem as awkward as it did in the room.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I think it was. I thought you were both just talking shit because you were improvising at a roast battle show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what I was doing,
Okay.
but
I mean, maybe Pope knows something I don't. but-
Nah, you don't understand the shock value of like, yo, what's going on right now? Like, they
Yeah.
beefing? Let me
Like-
find out something.
I did, like, honestly, like, people were, the fact that Brian brought it up again later was probably the most awkward part of it. But, like, I was telling people, it's not a big deal. I don't really care. Like, I respect Dejan because, like, he's doing a lot of the same stuff I did. Like, he produced his own sketch shows down in Akron. Like, I started down in Akron producing shows, and he's working with Cam, who I love. So, like, I got no reason to dislike him. So
Yeah, I thought he was just improvising something.
Yeah, I'd like to see it
shitty
as
to
a
say
battle,
in the
though.
moment.
Mm.
Yeah,
But
that'd be a cool little battle.
um,
All love though, all love always on the
Mhm.
table.
yeah,
But he was coming in hot. I was like, ooh, goddamn.
I will say I've never liked to, or I've never done it. I've always refused to do it, to book battles with people that actually don't like each other.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
I just don't see. It's just gonna fuck up the energy of the whole show,
Yeah, I could see that
and
could happen, of course.
and I just don't want the actual drama.
Yeah,
Because it's, to me, roast battle is about like dissipating drama. Like that's
Yeah.
why I was like the of how it's so diverse too. I think it's like fun for people to do race jokes and shit to like in an open environment like that, where it's like where it feels like blowing off steam, or like an inside joke.
Oh, Steve.
Man, that guy cut me off in traffic. I
No,
couldn't wait to
I
say this
mean-
on stage.
I mean,
That's
like,
a crazy thing to say, Paul.
let me explain it better.
Okay. All right, try again, bro.
I think it takes some of the awkwardness out of like those fucked up things people say when it's like consensual. That's all I'm getting at. Is
Okay.
roast battle is like consensual. Everybody went up there knowing that this was happening, and it's blowing off Steve is not the right thing because that implies people are actually mad. That's
Yeah, I
the
was like,
opposite of what I'm
damn.
getting at.
My man was holding that in. He couldn't wait to say it.
No, I don't mean actual steam. I just mean I just think it's a fun thing to kind of address shit like that in a funny way, and like
That's what people
It-
forget, though. A funny way. Some
Mhm.
people
Right.
just say the race joke, and it's like, nigga,
Yeah.
why? You just felt that way. That's not even like whimsical or creative of any sort.
well, here's a good example because I don't just mean race joke. I mean like any gay jokes or anything else. Like
Well, yeah,
I
anything
think
like that,
it because Zach Welch, they'll to give an example that's like on the channel, like everybody that's watching this has probably seen that episode. Zach Welch and Leaf Cormick, was that his name?
Leaf.
Leaf
Where was he from?
Canada
Was
somewhere.
he one of the Canada guys?
I believe so. Go watch it. It's on the Comedy Fest 2024 Comedy Festival show. But my point is, one of them's bi and one of them's gay, and they were doing all gay, like a bunch of gay jokes and shit. And that's what I'm talking about more than like blowing off. I mean, in all directions. I just think it's fun.
But to your point, Pope, we have had people come up here and it's like, oh, you really feel some type of way, don't you?
Yeah.
Some people from Massillon.
It's like, oh, this is not even about me. You just coming for the race in general. Okay.
Yeah, that's happened over the years. We've seen some awkward shit, but
yeah. It
I
happens
don't-
though. It's part of the game. But
I think more often than not, it was well intentioned. It was just like, oof, no, that's
Yeah.
crazy that you thought that would work.
yeah, that I think that's what we gotta emphasize. It's crazy you thought that would work.
Yeah. I think it depends on how well you know the comic you're roasting too, but that you have to keep in mind the crowd doesn't know how well you know each other either, so you gotta factor that in.
But sometimes you can catch a vibe when two people are friends.
Yeah.
It's a whole body language thing. It's a whole comfortability. It's like even like just a smile.
But you still might, like, I would say something more fucked up about gay people to a gay friend,
Yeah.
privately as a, or in a chat as a, like, than I would in front of an audience
Yeah.
where they're like, ooh, what?
Yeah.
But they don't know, like, what the rapport is otherwise.
Okay.
That's what I mean.
Okay, yeah,
but
okay.
you have to remember it's still for an audience.
Yeah.
Have you? I know you have felt it when you cross a line.
Oh, yeah.
In roast battle when the crowd's like, whoa.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the most recent time that happened was when I intimated that Bob McClure fucked a cat.
Well, that was just that's because you do this gross out thing where like everybody's just uncomfortable, and to your credit or minus your credit, you do it in conversation too.
Yeah,
You
that's
stick to your guns, baby. Shout out to you for that. I feel like you just go for like the kid reaction of ew. Like that's what you go for.
sometimes it's like I've made people throw up, so it's
Off of words?
off of
No,
words.
it's fucking breath.
That has not happened yet.
Yeah, no one will get close enough to find
Yeah.
out.
Thank God.
Maybe I should step back a little bit.
Have you had any, like, not just bombs, but like where you felt like, ooh, the crowd just turned on me with that joke? In a battle, I mean.
Not yet. Mind you, I'm still fairly new to this whole comedy thing in general, but I did feel bad after the first Palco battle. I feel like I went too hard because I feel like I leaned too far into the mean instead of the funny. Now, the mean is what got me to win. Don't get it twisted, but it's like, damn, I feel like he gotta go. I don't know. He gotta look in the mirror after this battle. I don't know if he gonna be able to.
Well, it ended up motivating him to write meaner jokes.
Yeah,
Over
I guess
the
this
year.
is silver lining at the end of it, but I was like, damn, I kind of don't like want to be that person. That's why my jokes now, like they jab at mean, but like they're all just like funny or just like they're just funny. I'm just being funny out there. I'm not trying to lean too much into the mean. Oh, I think the Amanda Elam battle, I said some shit and I was like, oh, they turned on me because that was so ass. Like what I said was so trash.
Yeah, where it was just not good.
It was so bad. They was like, yeah, this kid gotta go. Yeah, it was
Do you
bad.
remember what it was?
Nah, but I remember looking over at Marv. I met like Marv,
yeah.
the white. The I just remember looking at his bald head just shaking. It's just like, son.
I
Yeah,
have
he'll
seen
do
Marv
that.
Connor shake his head many a time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
don't
it
let him fool you. We're all shaking our heads at him too.
was like, fair, good, nice to know. But yeah, I'll never forget that.
What about and I think I'm gonna write a bunch of these down, and just when we have people that do a lot of these, ask these same questions because I find this interesting. Have you had anything that stuck with you that you were like, oh fuck, I do look like that?
Jeremy, you go first. Let me think about that for a second.
Honestly, like the big things for me, and I'm kind of collecting them now, have been like these are jokes that actually affirm my sexuality, and I love them. Like more than something that sticks with me because, like, I've been made fun of my entire life, so very few things are going to stick with me.
Yeah.
But the ones that I remember the most are the ones that are like, oh, this is actually very sweet. So
like such as like acknowledging like asexuality.
yeah, like the whole when Zach Welch did the thing where the LGBTQ the whole chant that came out of it.
Yeah.
And then well, I don't want to spoil the Scriva one because that's coming out in a couple weeks.
We're submitting that
Yeah.
soon, yeah.
So jokes like that like get to me more than all of a sudden like I hear something it's like, oh, does people think that about me? No, that hasn't happened yet.
I haven't in the whole time we've been doing this. So the first year of the show, Ryan and I did a battle every single show. We did the sample round. And I had to write jokes about the same person we did it for a year that way. So I wrote 5 jokes about the same person every month for a year is how I learned how to do the shit. And I think I just got inoculated very early because nothing has stuck with me until this last my battle with Mike Eaton was the shampoo joke. And that's only because my entire middle school experience was like people making fun of me for having greasy hair.
Yeah.
And it was the first thing that ever hit like on a core childhood like fuck. Yeah. And now I've been washing my hair like ridiculous like twice a day.
Damn. Not a joke was so good it changed your whole routine.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and it was such a good joke too cuz it was like it wasn't even about that. I mean, it was it's about my dad dying.
Yeah.
And you think, oh, okay, he's just gonna do a dumb dead dad thing, and then it's like my dead dad's last words: never use shampoo.
Nice joke.
Yeah, very good.
I do wake up in the middle of the night thinking about Tyrone Gaines' joke about you look like Tyler Perry presents the Trolls.
Yeah,
'Cause that's the one joke where people randomly out the blue who like barely ever talk to me, they'll just be like, man, that one joke. It's like, that's the one you remember?
yeah.
Word?
Yep.
How's your mother?
It looks like we're just about out of time.
Oh, we
And
ran out?
Charles Wilson came in at the very end.
Charlie. Hey, girl.
Shout out to Chaco.
How you doing? My
Charlie.
name is Charlie. Last name Wilson.
He said, "What's up, guys? You replaced the girl with Ray Ray Jones." Nice.
Fuck you, Charlie. I was so happy to see you and shit. Pull a picture of Charlie Wilson real quick. Let me see something. Also, shit, you
I
never
don't
said who
think
you want
there's
to battle.
I don't
Who
think
do
there's
I
a
want
picture.
to battle? We talked about it on the episode that my mic wasn't on, but I want to battle Robin Tran.
Okay.
She's an LA battler.
Legend.
Yeah, she loves. I discovered her through Roast Battle. She had a battle against Joe Ural, who is a wheelchair-bound comic with cerebral palsy out there, and it was so good.
Yeah.
So I started following her. It turns out we have a lot of very similar interests.
Yeah.
So I think that would be a fun battle.
I think you mean special interest.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah. Well, I mean, wrestling. We're autistic about wrestling.
I don't
so-
use Facebook because
Yeah.
of you, Jeremy.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I keep tagging you?
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? And I just leave it alone. You just kept calling me fat. I was like, I'm not even fat.
Oh.
So what the fuck
In
happened?
the,
I'll probably open Facebook like once a month. Every time I did, it was just sheer calling me fat. I was like, I don't need this. I have a Caribbean mother. She called me fat every day of my life. I'm good, nigga.
Yeah, Jeremy has a long-standing tradition of writing a roast joke about everyone on the show and
Yeah.
posting it and tagging them in it the day of the show.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good bit.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
just been. I haven't gotten the full lineup before the show every time. The last few. That's why I haven't done
They're
it.
trying to
Oh,
stop
yeah.
you. They're trying to hinder your success.
Yeah, Kyle's booking everything the last few shows, and I don't even ask until I get there.
Yeah.
I've been working on this, the YouTube side, this shit.
Hey, YouTubes.
And there's we thought it was gonna launch last week, but there's still. Well, I guess we'll get to that when it happens. The RBL Live stuff.
Mm.
That's on pause for a moment.
Okay.
We'll talk about it. It's just it not indefinitely. It'll be
Okay.
it's happening. But
Okay.
at any rate, that's our show. We did it, you guys.
This was fun, y'all.
Yeah.
Hope y'all enjoyed.
Thank you for coming out, Pope.
it's a
What is
pleasure.
your you gonna give your Instagram or something?
Oh yeah, Pope_SC, POPE_SC on Instagram, TikTok, all that. I don't be on Facebook for it. That's for these old niggas. I don't do that shit. That shit ass. What is on Facebook other than Marketplace? That shit crazy. I don't know what y'all be doing. But yeah, Pope_SC, you can find me on there. And yeah, I'm your champ. Dave Herron, fuck you.
Coming for you, Dave. I will do real quick.
You have the lineup.
Yeah, I do have it.
So Saturday, May 31st, Funny Stop Comedy Club in Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio, 9:30 start time.
Yeah, it's John Brown and Jeremy Shearer, Bob McClure and Justin Palco, Big Rich Green versus Stephen Prince.
That's a battle.
That's gonna be
Yeah.
That's a battle.
That has the potential to be one of those where one of them goes too far on
yeah.
Mm.
If Rich Green sits down and starts looking at his nails, everybody run. I'm telling you right now, run.
Julia Mary and Jamie Killius.
Julia Mary versus who booked this battle?
Yeah, this is Kyle's doing.
Yeah.
Dog, he booked the most demonic battles I've ever heard of in my life.
Me and Tabitha.
Yeah, that's gonna be a
And
classic.
Pope and Heron. Dave Heron.
This is a good show.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good one. Get your tickets at our roastbattlecleveland.com.
Nah, get your ticket. This may seem like an overreaction, but Julia Mary versus Jimmy Killius is about to be the most unhinged and fun to watch battle you've ever seen. Rich Green versus Stephen Prince, you said?
Yeah.
That's gonna be a banger. And then who else you said? Justin Palco versus who?
Bob McClure.
Bob,
McClure.
bro, you got
Yeah.
at least 3 banger battles. My battle already gonna be a banger. You can see why. But those 3 are gonna be ape shit fucking crazy. And Tab versus Chris Paul is gonna be a fucking classic. We already know they the commissioners. So But yeah,
And,
that's gonna be insane.
our judges, Brandon Petrie, Martin
It's a dog.
Malloy. So start buying his merch.
Yeah, buy his merch. Get your money together.
Flem Love, and the headliner for the weekend, and you can see me with her there all weekend, featuring Angelica Skinnera is gonna be on the panel too.
That's my homie. I love her.
She's very funny.
She's so cool, man. She's so cool.
A bunch of good shows. Get tickets to those. Come to the roast battle. Come see Angelica headline, and I'll also be there. The Funny Stop has me come in and feature for a woman about once a year. That's what happens there. It was Mary last year.
So yeah, book more women headliners so Chris Paul can work.
That yeah.
Chris got a family to feed.
And our hosts for that show will be Chris Clem. Big stud Clem.
Big Chris Stud, the
Big
best.
Chris stud. All right. That's it. That's the show today.
That was fun.
Subscribe, do all that stuff. And we'll see you next week. Thank you. Thanks, Pope.
It's a pleasure to be here, son.
Hail Satan.
Oh, whoa, hey. Wait.